So hello everyone, I am Sameer Srinath and today I am going to present you my data visualization project. So basically that's analysis of a sales project. So first of all we'll understand that what is data visualization. So it is basically like a graphical representation of the information that we have based on the businesses which we are running and the sales which we are doing. So it uses like visual elements that is maybe a bar chart, graphs, maps, and that will be easier to understand by just looking at that. So it's help identify trend outliers, and by looking on that data visualization we can simply get insights for our business improvements and the further growth. So why it is important, like if you have got the raw data, I will just show in our presentation also. uh, by looking at that we can't get the enough information that we can predict the future of the company. But if you just look at the visualization, if you look at the line chart, you can just predict the trend, what is going to be next. So that also helps like to track the revenue, customer behavior, and so many things. So that will basically help in the decision making, and that is the best part of the data science student to just take a part in like decision making in any company. So this is the dashboard which I have created, and I will just explain one by one elements. So first we have taken the data set, that is the most important part in any visualization, cleaning the data, transforming the data, and making it suitable for our observation and like visualization, and then taking insights. So first of all, cleaning the data is so necessary, like in this data set there is a postal code column. If you just look at that, that is blank, and that is having like nothing, null value, and that must be removed. We can simply remove that and keep it also, but that will there is no any point of sense to keep that column, so we can simply remove that. So if you just look at the model view is basically we can get data from different sources and we can save in a different sheets, but using any particular key we can just combine all the data, like connect all the data. See, for example, we have the data of the people, and we have the data of returns, like if someone has ordered on the e-commerce site and then filed a return, and then there is also a data set of orders. So how we can connect these all three column, like we can simply connect it with the order id, and if using the order id that is common, that can be a primary key, and using that we can just simply find the relation between different data sets. So moving next, so first of all we are doing this visualization in Power BI. So first of all there are so many panes in Power BI, like visualization pane, filter pane, and data pane. So we'll look further in our practical part. So pie chart is basically like it is a circular chart, and there we have so many slices, and in every slices we have some data parts, like that illustrate the proportional data, we can simply say that. So next is slicer is basically used to take out the filters, like apply the live filter. As you have also seen on the Amazon site, we use filters to select our preferred thing. We can also use the slicer in here, like we want to know the sales of the 2013, so simply we can use the slicers. So next is card is like for the quick, like visual impact. By looking at that, if I am just looking at this card, I can simply say that the sales is $12 million. So that is basically for the quick review and for like summarizing the most important thing that is important in our visualization. So line chart is basically let's follow a like trend, and so the data pattern over the time, and that is basically one is like time, like if you will see in this data, I think here is not visible right now due to the color contrast, but if you try to see from 2015 to 2012 the data is seen, like from 2012 to 2015 the data is increasing, like sales is increasing, and we can observe by looking at that. So the map is basically that we use our day-to-day life, and you can simply plot the different points on our map using the different locations. So tree is basically a type of hierarchical data, use nested rectangles. Suppose there are so many rectangles, and the part of the rectangle, like area of the rectangle, is proportional to its part in the whole data. like if the phone is like looking at a bigger rectangle, so that must be having the like most sales as he has sold in this uh, presentation. So you can see. So we have completed all slides. So let's move to the Power BI. So here I was talking about this data, and if you just look in the table view, we have all the data sets here, and the data have so many things like order ID, order date, ship mode, customer ID, customer data. And if you just look at the returns like thing, here we have also in this data we have returned yes, and that is binary yes or no, and order ID, reason, and returned order. So how many order the user have returned. So this is the basic overview of the data that I am using. So going to the report view, this is the like dashboard, that is Power BI dashboard. So simply you can just by looking at this we can simply say that total sale is 12 million, that I was talking about the card. So this is basically that thing, and this is the quantity card. Here we are just getting the quantity like 1,78,000.31k. Okay. So if you are just going to this visualization pane, we can add or remove visualization here simply, and there are so many visualization options that you can get from here. So if you will look in this section, here we are just getting the subcategory copier and the sale, like this is called the like overview of, you can see, of every pattern. So just if you want to click on the 2012, the every data will reset according to the 2012 matrix, and here we can simply see that in 2012 the sale was 2.26 million, and if you just look in 2015, that is maximum 4.30 million, and here is profit by sale. And here are so many charts, like if you just look at this chart, this is basically this one, if you like to see stacked bar chart, and this is the basically the our funnel chart. So this is representing, if I will just change the background to white, I think it will be more visible at that moment. So let me change it, like how to change that visualization, like just go to like canvas background and just change to white. So if you just look in this section, if the region versus profit, USCA is having the like highest market cap, and like Europe, Asia, Latam, and Africa, here are like profit by region. If you just look at the product category by total sale, here we can just simply say this section is like labels, and the fasteners are basically the lowest area, must have lowest sale. So if we just remove this whatever we have taken and just change the background which was earlier for our better understanding. So changing the background to that same color. Okay, so now more visible here. So if you just select 2012, everything will be changed according to that, and it would 2014 everything will be according to that. So if you just select on any region like South America, here we can get the sale of the South America. So this is the basically the Power BI dashboard and its utilization. So hope this information was like beneficial. So thank you.